Well, good evening, all. This is Dave. Kilo Echo 6 Golf Alpha Echo, the Hillbilly Ham. And tonight we'll be streaming the SMARC, the SMARC Sunday Night TechNet with Tom. KC0NSC, he will be your net control. Um, we're starting to figure this OBS stuff out. Got a few things. Gonna start working towards getting videos done, stuff like that. So it's getting close where I can start doing stuff. And I'll show you some right now. Let's do this. That's my video coming up. I'm going to work on doing my ICOM ICV 3500 that I won from ICOM. Doing my unboxing on it. And we'll all be learning about that radio. Also, I do have another review. I've got to finish doing the review. I did the unboxing of that Alluance HD2. I'll be doing the review and comparing it against the HD1. I definitely think they made improvements on it from the HD1. I think it's a great entry level radio. Yeah, it's not super expensive, but it's built like it's a $300 radio, and you can pick that up for about $180. But yeah, we'll be doing some stuff like that. Also, on these live streams, if you guys make comments in the comments, let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see. Um, we will definitely see what we can do about creating some of those videos. Probably going to do one of the first learning videos is probably going to be rebuilding my all-star node stuff. And then when I get done with that, I'll probably work on doing something with the DV switch. If I have time, I got to rebuild my XLX room, my Hillbilly ham, Hillbilly Junction cross mode. I'm going to cross mode DMR, Fusion, D Star eventually when I can get a AMB server. And then I might just bring All Star into it as well. See if I can get the audios to work good with the analog coming into DMR. And it'll be a room that anybody and everybody's welcome. All right, guys, we're going to stand by and wait for the net. It should be starting in about 2 minutes here. Yeah, if you're stream tonight, jump in and join the chat. Eventually, I'll probably set up a Discord server to go with this as well. All right, let's take the volume down a little bit.
Kilo Charlie 0, November Sierra Charlie, Tom in North Springfield, coming at you from the basement of Doom in Pensacola, with the Sunday Night Tech Net, brought to you by the Southwest Missouri Amateur Radio Club members. And we're going to get running here. Is there anyone out there who has any announcements of interest to the club or to amateur radio? Please come now. Okay, that's what we call radio silence. All right, great deal. Things are changing in the club. Keep your eye on the webpage and look at all the fresh postings because, hey, it could be exciting. We're going to get this started, and the first person who checked in, and he checked in over the air, is KA0STM. He's not in very good voice, and he may not have a lot to say. He's running W6R right now, and we'll see if we can get him to be encouraged to get on.
Thanks, Tom, for running that. I had some difficult times with meds and blood pressure last day or so it's been a bit rough. But I am the digital voice of W6R for the event this year, and there's, I think, Stephen also, and M0W did some, but making lots of contacts and trying to stay healthy. So with that, Tom, back to you, KA0SVM.
All right, we don't want to push you. That voice is just barely on the edge there. Everybody, Steve is having some trouble with his health, and if you're a praying person, please pray for him. He needs help from God. We all do. So thanks a lot. That W6 stuff, I talked to a couple out-of-state W6ers. Today I spoke with a guy in New Mexico. Last night I talked to this guy Bob down in Arizona, and when he discovered I was in Springfield, Missouri, all he could talk about was Bob Heil and all of the times he had with him checking into 66 nets and contests, whatever. So we had quite a QSO over that. We'll go now to Bob out in Republic. Welcome aboard, KC0WSC. Your turn. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Tom and the net. I don't have a whole lot tonight. Been working on the RV, getting it ready for a trip, which we have just postponed for family reasons. But having a little trouble getting the backup camera to work properly. So I'll probably be calling the manufacturer tomorrow and saying, hey, what am I doing wrong? But it connects up by way of its own network on your smartphone. So I thought that was rather interesting. But hey, I'll get it figured out. I get it a little closer every day. I mess with it, so I'll figure it out. Other than that, wish Steve would hurry up and get better. I really miss hearing him on the radio more. However, I fully understand. Anyway, I'll hang around for a while. KC0WSE, back to you.
All right, Bob. Yeah, that's kind of like my Ring Video doorbell that I used to have. That's how you got the camera to work with it. It was on your smartphone, and that thing was a mess. somebody finally came one day when I wasn't home and took a crowbar and pried that thing off my door. And so I never tried to get another one. I told him it happened. There's a warranty or guarantee that you can't get it off of there. But when I said, hey, it's gone, they said, oh, well, too bad. So I don't know about that company. Anyway, like I said, welcome aboard. Thanks for your comments and thanks for checking in. We'll catch you on the second round. We go now to Josh out in Sparta. How does it feel to be a regular now? That's what you are. KF0RAU.
Good evening, Tom and the rest of the net. Thanks, Tom, for running it tonight. Got to say, it feels pretty good to be considered a regular now. Feels mighty fine. Not much to report. Around here is a pretty laid-back weekend. Had a real good time at the breakfast Saturday morning. So thanks, Dave, for putting that on. I really enjoyed myself. Got to eat some good food, which is always a bonus. Other than that, just been studying for my general's test and laying low. That's all I got for this round. Back to you, Ned. This is KF0RAU.
All right, Josh, glad to hear you. The Hams Around the Ozarks breakfast. I hope everybody had a wonderful time there. Balmy 74 degrees. Man, what a day. It's been wonderful. We'll go now to David out in Rogersville, KE6GAE, who's running our live stream tonight. Take it away, Dave.
Oh, KC0NSC and the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. Good evening, Tom. Thanks for running the net tonight. And yeah, it was good meeting Josh yesterday. Had a pretty good turnout yesterday morning. We had 17, including myself, show up yesterday. So I think that was a pretty good breakfast. Hopefully we'll keep growing it like that. Maybe we'll get it big enough to where they'll give us that front part of that big room. Other than that, don't have a whole lot for the net. But yeah, like you said, Tom, I am streaming it on my YouTube channel. Starting to get a little bit better hang of this OBS stuff and working on some other things, getting ready to do some videos, unboxing my ICOM, and then I'm probably going to do one of my first ones. I'm going to do my rebuild of my All-Star 3.0. Other than that, that's all we got for this first round, Tom. So we'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
Dave, thanks for running that. Thanks for checking in, and thanks for your comments. We'll catch you on the second round, so stick around. We go now to KC0QA. Richard, here in Springfield.
Howdy, y'all. Well, I've been sitting here staring at this UPS device for I don't know how long, and finally decided to take it apart, pull the battery out of it, and see if I can figure out why it doesn't want to work, and tested the battery, and battery's only got 6 volts in it, and I would imagine that's probably why. So I guess I'm going to have to see if I can find a different battery to put in it. It's only like 5 amp hour or something like that. Not very big, just enough probably to give you time to run over and shut your computer off and make sure it doesn't crash when the power goes out. I do have a bigger one over here, and I need to go back to the computer store and see if I can find if they've got another one of these rack mount style server backup kind of things. I think whenever you program them internally, and I don't have the software to do it, there's supposed to be a line that you can put in, and I think it's supposed to issue a command to all the different servers and the ones that are plugged into it, say, hey, I lost power, you need to shut down. Shut everything down so that way it doesn't go kaput. Anyway, I'll see everybody next round. KC0QA.
All right, Richard, thanks for checking in. Thanks for your comments. UPS, if that thing's plugged into the wall, it's supposed to be charging the battery. So something not right about that. I hope you get it all figured out. We'll catch you on the second round. Next on the list, Marvin in Battlefield, KE0ZKM. How are you tonight?
Doing good here. Thank you, Tom, for running the net. Thank you, Dave, for putting on the breakfast yesterday morning. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate that. I don't typically get Saturdays off, but that was enjoyable. Not much going on here. We just tried to smoke a meatloaf, and actually worked out really well. On that note, I'm going to turn it back over to net control, and I'll be around for round 2.
All right. Yeah, I hear you with the keto. Smoked meatloaf. Man, you're making me hungry. All right, thanks for checking in. Thanks for your comments. And we'll catch you on the second round. We're going to move on down to N0KTM Kevin here in Springfield.
Well, good evening, Tom, and everybody on the net tonight. This is Kevin N0KTM over here in East Springfield, and wow, smoked meatloaf, man, it sounds like something we would have done back in the 70s. Smoking a meatloaf, man. Anyway, I digress. So, not a whole lot going on over here. Trying to get the camper out of hibernation to get it set for a trip here in a little while. Try to get it out at least once this year. It's been kind of a roller coaster year for being able to do stuff with my sister's stuff going on in the spring, and then it got hot, and we just hate going out in the camper when it's hot because all you do is sit around in the air conditioning. You can do that at home. So anyway, I think that's about it for me for this round, Tom. This is N0KTM back to KC0NSC net control.
All right, Kevin. Yeah, you better hurry. It's almost time to winterize. Oh, man. Sorry to hear you've not gotten it out all summer long. Man, I hope you have a fun trip for sure. That is the bottom of the list. We'll come back to Kevin on the second round. But who's out there? I'm looking that wants to check in over the air. This is KC0NSC. Tom, come now.
KUA.
Got something 0 KUA. Little bit of white noise in there. Try it again.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 0 Kilo Uniform Alpha Bob in Southeast Springfield.
Okay, Bob, I got you checked in. What's going on over there?
Well, I'm managing a couple of fights. They're just fighting for fun and doing a little grilling, so I'm on my little handheld out here on the deck. So hopefully you're catching me, Tom.
I am. There is a little white noise, but I can understand you. And I can also understand not wanting to come out of the sunshine. Man, it's been such a nice day.
That's true, but it's about to leave me right now. It's about sunset, so anyway, I'll watch this last hummingbird feed on the feeder and be done for the night. But 73 to everybody. I'll stick around for the rest of the rounds. I don't have much else right now, but listening in, KF0, KUA. Back to you, Tom.
All right, Bob. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for checking in. We'll catch you on the second round. This is the bottom of the second round. I don't have enough people. Who would like to check in over the air?
KC3, Mike Whiskey, checking in.
Okay, I think I heard KC3, Mike Whiskey. If that's not right, hurry up and correct me.
That is correct. KC3, Mike Whiskey, checking in from East Springfield.
I must be a near neighbor. Mike, how are you doing? Oh, wait a minute, man. It truncated it. I'm going to have to re-enter. Now, delete that row and try it again. KC3, Mike Whiskey. Let's see if NetLogger will do a good job this time. It still says KC3M. What is your name?
Name is Mike Miller.
Well, I don't know why it wants to come up KC3M. It does say your name is Mike. Where are you from? Pennsylvania?
Yes, I recently moved to Springfield, and I need to update the database.
Oh, they put 3 dots behind your call sign. That's what's going on. It truncated it. So, how are you doing tonight? What's going on? Are you enjoying the weather?
Yeah, beautiful day. Playing with my new little handheld radio here, just testing it out and having a good time.
That'll work? Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's making a good trip, and so that's the great thing. You must be about as close to the repeater as I am. I'm so close that I could open the back door and shout, and people might hear me over that repeater.
That's interesting. To be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure where that repeater's at.
Highway Patrol.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. KC3, Mike Whiskey.
All right, thanks for checking in. Thanks for your comments. Stick around for the second round. We do go 3 rounds, so no rush. Once again, we're at the bottom. Is there anyone else out there that would like to check in?
Comment.
Good.
If you go to your NetLogger and between call sign and whatever's next, put your mouse up beside call sign and just very slowly go over. You'll see it change. Grab a hold of that and slide it over just a little bit and give that group a little bit wider space, and it'll get rid of the dots for you.
It's not wanting to do it. I don't know. Try to slide it over, and it just goes into the next space. So I got something going on. I don't know. It didn't truncate anybody else's call sign, so that's very strange.
You got to go to the very top of it, between where it actually says call sign, and then go very slightly over. You'll see it change, but it's a real quick change, so you got to really pay attention.
Yeah, it did. It stretched him out, but his is still truncated. I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay, that's how you slide it over. Just move it over a little bit, and it'll move everything over. Maybe it's just still trying to catch up on your side. Back to you, KC0Q.
Thanks for your comment, for sure. It'll either get better or it'll get worse. That's my experience with NetLogger. This is KC0NSC, Tom in North Springfield, looking for more on-the-air check-ins. Please come now. I know you're out there. That's the bottom of the second round. We're going to jump back up and go to the top of the list, and that takes us to KC0WSE, Bob, out in Republic, your second time around.
Well, I did happen to miss the breakfast this last week. I just had too much stuff going on and just couldn't quite get myself motivated to drive into town. I hate missing those things. They're really fun to go to, and I'm glad Dave puts them on. It's just a good way to meet people and enjoy good food. So I'm sorry I missed. I'll try to do better next month. Anyway, yeah, not much different. Same old, same old. I'm sitting here watching YouTube videos on connecting the backup camera. So between that and, like I say, calling Insight probably on Monday, I'll get it figured out. I think it's working. It's just not playing well with my setup for some reason. Other than that, like I say, this is a used RV, so I'm kind of going over it with a fine-tooth comb to see what's going to break on our first trip out. We do intend to kind of go out later this week, but we have had some deaths in the family, and we will be having to hang around to go to some funerals. So it'll be a good break after we get through the funerals, and just a good place to unwind. So anyway, hopefully I'll have my radio with me, and I'll still be able to get on nets and things, but we'll just have to wait and see. Other than that, I'll hang around for the next round. KC0WSE.
Okay, Bob, sorry to hear you lost some family. That can be really rough sometimes. Are you dragging a little car behind you in case it collapses and doesn't run at all?
Well, actually, it's a travel trailer, so we've got the truck. And I was impressed when we pulled it from the dealership. This is the first experience I've had with load leveling hitches, and, it did a pretty good job. It was very easy to pull. So, yeah, I'm just more worried about, the plumbing and stuff like that, making sure all that works. So I'm going to test that while I'm within range. And we're not going to go very far, so if something does break, hey, it's not that bad to take it back to the dealership and say, fix it. So, anyway, back to you.
All right. Yeah, I thought you had a big motorhome there for sure. Yeah, good luck with that. Enjoy when you do get a chance to get out there. And we'll catch you on the 73 round. Thanks, Bob. Next on the list, KS0RAU. Josh, out in Sparta. Your turn again.
Yes, KS0RAU. Not much else to report this round. I'll just be standing by listening. Back to you, Net Control, KS0RAU.
All right, Josh, thanks for that. Stick around. We got one more round to go through. And we'll move down to Dave out in Rogersville again. KE6 GAE. There I am with that 0 again.
Yeah, I know. Everybody hates the fact that I've got a 6 call, but I've had it for so long I won't change it. I don't think I could change it even if I did get a vanity call. Yeah, and it was great seeing everybody. I didn't get a chance to talk to Marvin. I saw him there, but didn't get a chance to talk to him. Did get a chance to talk to Josh yesterday at the breakfast. So it was a good morning yesterday. And everybody on the live stream, if you go and look at my intro video I put up, if you make comments on it, let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see me do on this live stream. Other than that, that's all we got for this round, Tom. So we'll pass it back to Net Control. KE6GAE, back to Net Control.
All right. Yeah, well, I have always refused to get a vanity call, and just stuck with my call sign over the years, so I know how you feel. You get used to something. If I got a vanity call, I would be stumbling all over it, and I just don't want to do that. I'm fine and I'm satisfied, and I'm lucky that I have a 0. I got my call when I was in Denver, and Denver has 0s, so when I came out here, nobody was any the wiser. All right. Thanks for your additional comments. We'll catch you on the 73 round. And we're going to jump down to Richard, KC0QA, here in Springfield.
Well, maybe I'll talk if I can keep a hold of the microphone. I only tried grabbing for it 2 or 3 times, and every time I did, it either slip out of my hand or fall and hit the table, or I just missed or whatever. I don't know what's going on. Well, I have to dig into this UPS system a little bit at some point in time. I've got 100-watt solar panels and a pair of them that make up 50. So I've got 350 watts worth of solar power sitting here, and I've got another 50 in another room that is currently sitting on the battery out of this thing. So I'm hoping that with enough sun over the next couple of days, it'll tell me if it'll actually charge it or not. If it won't, I guess I'll just go find me another one. I got 350 out of this, and I'm really wanting to get enough put together so that I can run a little bit of a station if I want to, if the power ever goes out, and have enough battery backup. And during the day, if I have to have some sunshine to charge it, it ought to work just fine and not pull too much. I really want one of those 100 amp hour batteries. Last time I looked, they were like 200, 250, something like that. And I'm like, I think I'll pass on that. I'll just go get me a regular sealed battery and hook it up to this thing. That way it'll give me enough current that if I have to, I've got a little inverter sitting here. It's only 1,000 watts, but it's more than enough to run a laptop or a radio or something like that. So we'll just deal with that. We'll see you on 7-3, KC0QA.
All right, Richard, keep your eyes on QTH.com and QRZ classified. I see batteries from time to time, and they're a lot less than that, so you might get lucky. They go pretty quick, though, so you got to watch. Thanks for your additional comments. We'll catch you on the 73 round. We go now to KE0ZKM. Marvin, what's going on?
Let Richard know to go check Gigaparts out.
Good evening, Tom. Everybody on the net, KE0ZKM. Not a whole lot more going here. Just I've got a meeting tomorrow night, so I've got to get ready for that. Just sitting here doing a little research on that while I'm sitting here. That, and I'm also looking for a little FRS radio. That's what we use at our church, so I'm looking for one so I can just carry one of my own. So just checking around on the web for that. Just sitting here listening to everybody, appreciating all the information. 73s. Catch you on the next round.
All right. Frequency pretty close to 2 meters or not? Go ahead, comment.
Problem with FRS is you get one brand and you get another brand. Occasionally they are, and if you know anything about CBs, how they skip, 10 kcs or something like that. If you get one, you may be just a hair enough off frequency from the next one, because I've got 3 of them, and 2 of them talk together because they're matched, and the third one won't talk because it's just a hair off frequency. So pick up a FRS, make sure you check it out good, make sure you can talk to another one of your radios.
Yeah, sounds touchy to me. I don't know, if it was close enough to 2 meters, I've got an Anytone, and I hear tell that it will program for stuff like FRS. So you might think about something like that. Although, you might run afoul of the law, Part 15 or something like that, because Anytone is about 8 watts.
We do run a Retrievus is one of them we have, and I was able to program those, so I've got 6 of those that run along with the Cobras also.
Not with it.
Alright, now, I heard Marvin, but somebody doubled with him, so bring your comment back now. I'm waiting to hear from the person who doubled with Marvin.
That may have been me. Marvin, go ahead.
Marvin had his say, now it's your say.
They'll transmit out a frequency, and you can get on the line and find the frequencies for it and program it. That way you've got your ham radio stuff right there, and just go over to another group and program FRS, and you got it in there, and just make sure everything's set to low power. I think they're like 1 watt.
There you go. And the 80 tones will turn down. They don't have to run 8 watts. You can go low power with them, so that's a possibility. And it doesn't have to be any tone, just any DMR radio will probably program where you want to go. Alright, we'll go to Kevin, N0 KTM, out in East Springfield, way over there. Your turn.
This is N0 KTM, KC0 NSE. The FRS stuff is up around the 70 centimeter band. Runs between 462 and 467 megahertz, and it's channelized, so you have to hit those frequencies. But all the radios I've ever programmed, Bofang included, you could program with, I can't think of the name of the program. Anyway, you can program them and get them dead on frequency, so I don't know, you may be able to fudge some if something's not right on that, but I've not ever really messed with it. My first ham radio, my first handheld was a Bofang, and it came pre-programmed with all the FRS, GMRS stuff, and so when I reprogrammed it, all that stuff went away, pretty much so. Didn't want to have any issues with the government on that. Anyway, and that radio's defunct now, so all the rest of the handhelds I've got are all ham, don't have the capabilities to hit any of those other frequencies. Anyway, that's it for me on this round. I'm going to turn it back to you, Tom. This is N0 KTM, back to KC0 NSC.
All right, Kevin, were you thinking of something like chirp?
Yeah, that would be it. This old brain of mine just, every time I put something new in one side, something else dribbles out the other side. So it's just one of those old age things, I think.
Yeah, I have the same problem from time to time. No doubt. All right. Great to have you on. Great to hear your additional comments. Stick around. We'll catch you in the 73 round. We'll go over to Bob, KF0KUA.
This is Bob, KF0KUA. Still doing well over here. About ready to head back inside though, so I'm probably going to be out of range once I get inside. So I'm going to say 73 for tonight, and wish everybody well. I will be praying for Steve, so hopefully you'll have some comfort and peace and healing, and we'll just be praying for that. This is Camp Zero K-Way. Back to the net.
Okay, so you want to be done, is that right? Alright, I got you, Mark. We're going to move down. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for being here and checking in and all of that. We're going to go to KC3, Mike, and I've forgotten the last character. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. KC3, Mike Whiskey. Just enjoying in, and thanks for letting me be part of the group.
Hey, no problem. Everybody's welcome. I don't know. Yours is the only call that it truncated like that, and I've tried everything I could to change it. It won't change on the list, but it has the little 3 dots after it, which says, hey, there's more to it than just what you see. So how strange. That's the only time I've ever seen that happen. And there's plenty of room for the other characters. That's weird. So go ahead with your comments.
No, I appreciate you letting me be part of the group. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the call sign. Mama always told me I was special, I guess.
Well, you know how it goes sometimes, especially with NetLogger. It's a mystery program anyway.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to sign off, but I wish all of you a great night, and I will see you next Sunday.
All right. You realize we still got the 73 round to go if you want to stick around.
Hey, well, I'm not familiar with that, but I will certainly stick around.
All right, Mike, we'll catch you in a little bit. That puts us at the bottom of the list. At the bottom of the second round, who's out there who wants to get on? This is KC0 NSC looking for additional check-ins.
Kilo Echo 0, November Hotel Lima, RF.
Kilo Echo 0, Mike Alpha Delta, Sean and Aurora.
Alright, Sean, now I messed up her call sign. Go ahead, Heather, while I fix you up.
Yeah, Tom, Kilo Echo 0, November Hotel Lima. Good to hear you on this evening, as well as everybody else. Not really a whole lot going on here. Had kind of an interesting chess match on Friday, but other than that, not too much. Writing out recipes right now, trying to copy down recipes from old sheets of paper and get them on something a little bit more legible, so Mike can have them. But other than that, that's pretty much what I'm doing here at this point, trying to get different contacts on Route 66 as well. So, KE0NHL, back to net.
Alright, the busy beaver. Well, stick around. We'll do the 73 round with you, too. Thanks for checking in, and thanks for your comments. We'll go down to Sean now, KE0 MAD, out in Aurora.
Yeah, good evening, Tom, and everybody on that. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Man, the weather, phew, can't beat the weather. Anyway, just want to jump in there, give you one for the numbers. I'm going to be a one and done. I'll say 7-3, everybody, and this is K0MAD out here in Aurora.
All right, John. Yeah, the only way I think we could beat it is to make a trip to heaven. That would be the only way that we could expect any better weather. You have a fine one. Thanks for checking in. We'll catch you farther on down the log. That leaves us at the bottom of our list again. Is there anyone else out there that wants to do a live check-in? have for us?
Oh, sometimes my computer gets tied up by children, you know, so it's kind of when they were to log in and NetLogger here to get in there. So anyways, things are good. I guess the highlight for the weekend was the Iowa State game where Iowa State, my old alma mater, kicked a 54-yard field goal with about 6 seconds left to beat them by 1 point. So other than that, it was kind of a discouraging game until the last 6 seconds. But so there's kind of some happy Iowa people or happy Iowa State people and some kind of sad University of Iowa people for a year now. So that's about it for the week here. KRZ round 2.
All right, Curtis. Yeah, those football games, man, they can get crazy sometimes. All right, well, thanks for checking in, and thanks for your comments. We'll catch you on the 73 round. Once again, we are at the bottom of the list for the second round. Is there anyone else out there that would like to stick a word in edgewise?
I should key up and say edgewise.
And we got crickets, so we'll go back up to the top, and we will begin the 73 round with KC0 WSE Bob out in Republic.
Well, I'm still here just listening to the traffic and just soaking it all in. I'm also watching on FT8 for any W stations, and for some reason I'm not really seeing any, or any of them calling CQ. It looks like probably once one CQ is hollered out there, they probably just cascade from there and probably don't have to holler again. So anyway, just kind of sitting back, relaxing. Been a busy day. Had church in the morning with excellent message, and birthday party in the afternoon, and all that fun stuff. And like I say, we've got to hang around for some funerals later on this week. So anyway, that'll be my 73 round, and I'll say 73 to everybody. KC0 WSE.
Hey, Bob, thanks for being on. KC0 WSE 73 from KC0 NSC and the entire group. And we go to KF0 RAU, Josh out in Sparta.
Yeah, let's wrap up this week by just saying I hope everybody has a good week. Be safe and enjoy the weather. I think it's supposed to be another good, decent week weather-wise. And not much planned for this week except just work and studying for my general's test. So I'll say 73, and back to you, Net Control. This is KF0 RAU.
All right, Josh, thanks for being on. We'll catch you next time. KF0 RAU, 73 from KC0 NSC in the group. Next on my list, KE6GAE, David and Rogers.
Now, KC0 NSC and the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. Yeah, it's been a pretty good night tonight, Tom. Didn't have a whole lot of technical questions, but it was had quite a few come in, check in tonight. Like I said earlier, it was good seeing Justin at Josh at, I'm drawing a blank on his name now. Yeah, Josh at the breakfast, got to talk to him for a few. Other than that, don't have a whole lot, so hopefully everybody has a good week. And like I said about the stream, go watch some of the videos, and if you want some I can't talk tonight, specific videos, put some comments on there, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. All right, Tom, thanks for doing the net. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, David, thanks for checking in, and thanks for your comments. We'll catch you next time. KE6GAE 73 from KC0 NSC in the group. And we go now to KC0QA. Richard?
Good evening. evening. Well, I forgot last time somebody said something about a vanity call, and my KC call is my vanity call. I don't think anybody's been around long enough except for probably Steve to remember my original call. What was it, 17 or 18? My uncle passed away, and I took his call, partially responsible for me being in ham radio, so I figured I'd give him credit and pick up his call. Got it, and I've had it since 17 or 18, something like that. I don't remember when I actually got it, but somewhere around in there. I went and looked it up the other day, and I think I got till 16 or 18 to renew. I just had renewed my license just right before I had gotten the call, I think a couple of years later when I got it. So they just kind of put it on my license and said, okay, here you go. Didn't extend it or anything, so oh well. I'll deal with the times. 7-3s, everybody. KC0QA.
All right, Richard, you take care. We'll catch you later on. KC0QA. That's not a bad call. 7-3 from KC0NSC and the group. Next on the list, KE0ZKM. Marvin, you still there?
I am still here. I do have a question for the group if anybody can answer this. I was told that Baofengs could not run FRS. Is that just because of the wattage? If I set that lower, is it safe for me to run FRS on a Baofeng?
As long as you're below 5 watts.
Comment.
Good.
Maximum wattage on FRS is 2 watts. There's actually some of the channels that you can only run a half a watt with FRS.
Well, I can check and see what the other ones actually run then, and then I should be able to set my Baofeng to the same wattage, correct?
I don't know if you'll get it down that low, and it depends on what part. Depends on how that radio's certified. But with the Baofengs, I don't know. What I would suggest, I'd look for TalkPod or one of those. They actually make an FRS radio that's set at those wattages. You see, you're not with the FRS. You're not supposed to be able to have a radio that will actually do more than the 2 watts. Period.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's why I was thinking about just, seeing if I could find one that I could program so I can change around the frequencies so they all match the other ones I have.
Now, you can do that, but the problem is if you wind up transmitting higher than 2 watts, and if you start interfering with the other commercial frequencies, then that could get you in trouble.
And that's the key. The interference thing is what will get you in trouble.
So what I'm hearing is my original plan was probably going to be the best. I was just going to find a Retivus that I could program like the ones I've got at church. Just get another one of those and just program it the same as the rest of them.
Yeah, you could do that, but you can also look for what they call those blister packs of FRS radios. They're actually pretty cheap.
Well, see, we've got 6 of the Retivus. I think it's the RT22s. And then we've also got a 4-pack of Cobras. But the problem is the Cobras are not programmable. So I actually programmed the Retivus to match the Cobras. That way I can still use, that way I've actually have 10 that we can use.
FRS radios are not supposed to be programmable at all. They're supposed to come set in their channels, period.
Well, so I am going to have to do some more research on that. I'm pretty sure it was the RT22, and with Chirp, I was able to go in and change around the programming and channels and where they're located and everything.
You got to remember with that, Marvin, that's a Chinese company, and they sell their radios all over the world. Laws are different in other places in the United States.
Okay, so I may just have to swap all of them out and get all I don't know what to do now. Luckily, we have a meeting tomorrow night, so I'll talk to our leaders and see what they want to do.
All right, sorry to make you pull your hair out on it, but I mean, unless you're going to be interfering, I don't think you'll have to worry about it. But the thing is, with those like the Retivas, yeah, they might be legal in other countries to be able to do that, but here, the way the laws are, an FRS, you're not supposed to be able to program an FRS. Period. GMRS, you can get away with it a little more, but those are actually supposed to be pre-programmed too.
Actually, the more I think about it, I'm not changing around frequencies. The only thing I was changing around was I think it's still called a PL tone on those. There is PL tones, and I changed the PL tones. I believe I left the frequencies where they were.
Okay. Yeah, I do. Depending on what you're doing with it, since you're using it in a function type deal, I just make sure you're not going to cause any interference.
It's just in Springfield, we just use them during church. That's it, just in case there's a problem, and it's not like we've had to use them much anyway. Anytime we get any interference, I always change the channel to a clear channel anyway, so I appreciate the information, Dave, and I'm going to turn it back over to Tom. This is KE0ZKM 73s. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Okay. I think you'll figure it out. 5 watts, 2 watts, there's not a whole lot of difference, and I doubt anybody can tell. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, Marvin, KE0ZKM73 from KC0NSC and the group. And we'll catch you next time. Next on the list, N0KTM, Kevin.
KC0NSC, this is N0KTM. Kevin over here in East Springfield. Yeah, lots of stuff out there about the GMRS and FRS. I know, remember back on my Baofeng, you could turn it down to 1 watt, but again, if you're not supposed to program them, you're not supposed to program them, but there's programs like Chirp out there, and you can, mine at least, you could program it from the keypad, so it's a long drawn out process, but you can do it. Anyway, with all that water under the bridge, I'm going to say 73 to everybody. Everybody have a great week this week. It's going to be a little bit warmer. Possibility of maybe a little bit of rain, but don't count on it. Sounds like one of the tropical storms might enhance our rain chances a little bit, according to what I saw last on my weather app. So anyway, everybody have a great week. This is N0KTM. Back to KC0NSC Net Control 73.
All right, Kevin. Yeah, that rain stuff is kind of slacked off. My yard is slowly turning brown. It's getting ready to go dormant over here. I don't know. And the leaves are turning on my catalpa tree. Yeah, kind of strange. All right, Kevin, thanks for being on. Thanks for all your comments. N0KTM73 from KC0NSC in the group. Next on the list, KC3, Mike Whiskey. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm still here. I did have a quick question. I recently got my GMRS license, and just been playing around with it a little bit. And I'm just curious, within Isn't that something pretty common with ham radio enthusiasts as well? Like, you know, how many people are actually using GMRS as well?
Yeah, I don't know if everybody could hear what you were talking about. You got into a bad location, a lot of white noise. Like, move just a little bit and try it some more.
Absolutely. Is that any better?
Much.
That's enough.
Sorry about that. I moved to a small room there. I had just a quick question. I recently got my GMRS radio license. I was just curious, with ham enthusiasts, how many of you out there actually are using, GMRS with a license? If that seems to be a pretty common thing, are you using those radios as well? Just kind of curious, new to the GMRS world as well.
I'm not hearing a lot of comments about that. I know they're out there. I even had a GMRS guy who mistakenly tried to check into the TechNet one night. Very different call sign, so we knew that he wasn't a licensed ham. He was a licensed GMRS guy, so stranger things have happened. And, of course, he wasn't welcome without a ham license. So I'm sure there are a lot of hams who have GMRS frequencies in their radios and are licensed for that.
Comment.
New to it, and was just curious. I like the GMRS. Obviously, it's closer range. I mean, there's a repeater here in Springfield, but I guess you can get like a family license, which was kind of cool, for emergencies and stuff like that as well.
GMRS radio.
Question.
WRWY456.
Okay, we got a comment first, and then we'll listen to the question. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, Tom, this is K6GAE. Tom, I'll bet you there are more hams out there that have their GMRS license than you realize. Mine's WRWY456. Part of the reason why I got mine is so my wife likes talking on radio, but she doesn't want to get her ticket. So we can use the GMRS radios. Also, I think the GMRS community is a great community to teach the people about ham radio. See if we can get them to help with this hobby too. But there's a lot more out there. I mean, there's two guys on the stream just gave out there. Sean's got his GMRS. Steve's got his GMRS. There's a lot more of them that got GMRS than you realize, Tom. All right, back to net control. K6GAE, back to net control.
All right, thanks for that, Dave. Now, someone had a question.
Okay, somebody doesn't have a GMRS license and wants to get on GMRS. Is that possible, or do you have to have your own license to get on somebody else's?
Well, if your family, like with my wife, she don't have to have a license. She can use the one I have. Everybody in my family, my daughters can use it, but you can't go use somebody else's GMRS license. If you want to get on it, you just need to go get your own, Richard. And yeah, you got to pay the $35 fee for a 10-year license, but that's all you got to do is pay the fee.
So if I go pay the fee and I get my own license, then I can use somebody else's?
Not somebody else's call sign, but you can use the repeaters and stuff like that. You'll get your own call sign when you go apply for the license.
Right. Apply for the license, then if I use somebody else's repeater, I just use my call sign.
Correct. It works similar to ham radio, but you don't have to go through all the tests and everything. Yes, you can use other people's repeaters, like the Springfield one. You just throw your call sign out just like you would on ham radio.
Okay. Looks like I'm going to go apply for a GMRS. I've got a couple of people I know that are looking to get a GMRS, and I may lump them under my thing.
For them to use your license, they have to be immediate family.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just have them apply for one. All right, that answers my question. Thank you, sir. KC0QA.
All right, Mike, did you have any more?
No, not at this time. I appreciate the great conversation. I wish you all a fantastic night. KC3, Mike Whiskey.
All right, nice talking to you. Thanks for checking in. Catch you next time. KC3, Mike Whiskey, 7-3 from KC0NSC in the group. Next on my list is Heather and Clever, KE0NHL. Your turn. Okay, she's not listening for some reason or another. We'll go on to Curtis, KF0KRZ, your 73 round.
Okay, well, thank you, Tom. Yeah, kind of got in just a little late today. Just wondered, meeting in about 2 weeks, so we got a location for that again, or like at the VFW or location, KF0KRZ.
Yeah, it's back to the old location. They made contract with the Salvation Army guys, and they have the room back. So for right now, unless something drastically changes, that's where it will be.
Thank you, Tom. I hadn't heard that for sure. I think I'd heard a little rumor here, but such it goes. I'll do a 73. Looks like nice weather for the week. And go for a little rain here, I guess, but can't have it all, I guess. But thank you, Tom. KC0NSC, KF0KRC.
All right, Curtis, enjoy what's left of this great weather. KF0KRZ, thank you, and 7-3 until next time from KC0NSC and the group. We're going to go back up to KE0NHL, Heather and Clever, and try her one more time. 73 round, Heather.
KC0NSC, KE0NHL.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I was in the midst of getting dinner fixed as you were calling, so I didn't get back here fast enough. That was the problem. But should be a good week. Temperatures have been great, and as of Tuesday, we may be getting an engine torn down in the truck, so we will see how that works out.
Ooh, big time.
Yeah, definitely. It's got about 363 miles on it, so trying to... The engine's worn out, let's put it that way, and trying to look at what's actually going on with it. Mike wants to find out why it's losing water. It's holding the oil that it needs to, but it's losing water. So 363,000 miles on it. It's basically saying I'm worn out.
Yeah, so water pump leak or freeze plugs or something, huh?
He's saying no, so I don't know. All I know is the thing needs water all the time, so who knows? It's going somewhere.
Well, check your oil, see if it's gray. Sometimes the head gasket will give you a leak into the oil. Yeah. luck with it. I hope you guys get it sorted out. Great to have you on. KE0 NHL 73 from KC0 NSC in the group. We'll catch you later. That is the bottom of the list in the 73 round. Is there anyone out there who wishes to check in at the very last minute? KC0 NSC, come now.
November Mike, 0 Whiskey, Steven Springfield.
Boy, he definitely waited till the very last.
Gotcha, Steven. What's up with you?
Oh, nothing too crazy. Literally just got my hex beam back on the air. When I say on the air, that doesn't mean that it's in the air. It's actually sitting on the top of a 6-foot ladder right now because I ran out of daylight. So wasn't able to get it up to where it's going to be. It's not even on its rotator. But I did make a contact to some islands off of Morocco, so it does at least function, just not optimal yet. I'm operating as Whiskey 6 Romeo on 15 meters digital right now, trying to get the club some contacts. But other than that, caught the tail end of the net. Just wanted to, say hi, and 73 at all from NM0W.
Thanks for jumping on, Steven. Nice to have you aboard. NM0W. We'll catch you next time. 7-3 from KC0 NSC and the group. Is there anyone else who would like to come now? Okay, we had about 13 check-ins this time. It was a great net. Lots to talk about. Great participation. Thank you all very much. 7-3 to every one of you. I'm going to close the net now and return the repeater to normal usage. Good evening. I'll listen a little bit.
I'd turn that off. My second camera died. Need to charge it. It's doing an overhead shot on the IC V3500 that I won. The box. That'll be the next unboxing I do. So thanks everybody that came to the stream, watched the stream tonight. If you watch the stream afterwards, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Put down in the comments what you'd like to see in future videos. Let me know what you thought about this video. So we'll say 73, everybody, from KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham, where ham radio comes to life. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good week.